follow me. If you hit the follow me and it looks for you, and the drone's just going to go and go and go. Today in review is a Holystone HS175G. It is a drone with a lot of features and functions, and we're just basically going to show you how to get it up and go. On the back is your on and off, a long press, place down on the floor within a number of seconds, and turn on your drone. Allow the unit to GPS calibrate. When the lights are finished, simply go in on the joystick, manual up, and take off. It has 2 speeds, high and low. It is a fast drone by Holystone. As we're coming back in the regular speed, we'll turn around, holds altitude hold, and change to the fast speed, and off we go. It is a drone with the smoke gray color with the 4K EIS camera. What we're going to do is show you how to set everything up and what this is all about. Auto land, just like that. Let's show you what the video is about. Holystone, the makers of drones, the H175G, 4K EIS GPS camera, and more. It is less than 250 grams GPS return, application-driven remote control. Opening up the box to show you what you get inside. You have a nice carrying strap and bag from Holystone, a nice handle indeed. Opening up the zippers, there are 2 zippers that releases the top, a mesh zipper area with your instructions. Everything you need to know about battery safety, quick start, to the manual in multiple languages. We have a box on the right-hand side of Holystone. Inside the box are accessories, a Holystone 7.7 2100 milliamp battery, USB-C driven, plug in for the first time, and charge. It has 4 LED indicators and clip to hold into place in your drone. You have an extra battery and charging cable. 25% increments, charging. When reaches full, it is stop blinking. We have 4 propellers of A and B, thin propellers, flexible, with a gray design. The prop parts and screw with Loctite. You have a precision Phillips screwdriver that is magnetic, and you have 2 joystick thumb bolts that slide into the controller. Placing the divider over, lifting out the drone. Underneath the foam is the controller. We have the Holystone H175G controller. Remember to peel off the protective film and simply take the control knobs, put onto the gimbal joystick areas, and slide into place. The controller has a USB-C port, charging. Grab the second charging cable and plug in and charge your unit. It starts up DRT 5455 PCT. It is charging. This is the drone. It has a red little cover that may fall out and a spare battery in the unit. It is a foldable drone. It fits a nice large hand. It opens up with the landing gear first, then the bottom legs last. It measures about 11.5 inches in diameter. From brushless motor to brushless motor, 12 inches. From the leading far edges of the propeller, it measures 17.5 inches. From the motor to motor, it measures 8 inches front to back and measures 13 inches from tip to tip of the propeller. From motor to motor, side to side, measures 9 inches. From propeller tip to tip, measures 14.5, 15 inches. From the floor to the top, measures 2.25 inches. To fold the drone is simply folding the back where the motor's at first, then the top's second. Placing on the scale without the battery, the drone comes in at 161.9 and the battery added 247.7 grams. We're basically going over the drone in detail. When opening up your drone, grab the landing gear that's towards the back, click it into place on each side. On the drone's front landing gear that goes to the back, these are LED lights. You're going to grab them and lock them into place. Looking at the front of the drone, this is your LED light, your camera guard is a 4K electronic image stabilization camera controlled via the controller. This is the landing gear arms, brushless motor, prop A's, prop B's, or vice versa. The props, they measure 6 inches in total. They're 3-inch props. On the bottom of the drone, you have an optical flow state sensor, altitude hold GPS return, and on the side is an SDXC card slot where my index and thumb is at. And on the back of the drone is your battery compartment, your connection pins, your locking tab, the on and off switch on the battery. You notice that the battery shows 2 lights. The on switch is right here, the on and off. You press it to shut off. You notice the light goes from top to bottom. To slide the battery in, you just simply place in. Make sure you do not press on the on and off switch and lock into place. To remove, simply press the button on the bottom and pull out. On the top of the drone is the Holystone H logo, and this is what it looks like when fully assembled. All this information about the drone and going over is found in the manual, as well as the controller. You have the QR symbols to download the application, known as HS-GPS V5 Photo and Video by Holystone. Going over the controller wireless charging, we have the left joystick, mode 1 and 2. Ascend, descend, counterclockwise, clockwise, forward, back, left, and right. We press the button for takeoff and land, and GPS return to home on the opposite side. To enable and disable GPS is a long and short press and headless mode. Underneath the GPS, enable, disable, is your compass calibration by a long press, telling you that your drone will fly forward correctly in the north position each and every time of your first startup. And on the opposite side is your speed switch in different speeds, and below that will be a long press to turn on and off your drone. On the top will be your video mode, photo mode to take shots, your spin wheel for your camera adjustment, your phone cradle, And inside will be the gimbal knobs in a slot that you simply take off and place on. Please do not leave these in the compartment as they will slide out and fall and get lost. The phone cradle opens up nice and large for a large phone. As we take our phone and correctly install to the rubber inserts over here and there, place your phone on and locks into place. The controller has vent holes and the charging port to charge. We are almost ready to open up and show you what the control panel looks like. When closing down and removing the phone, push up, pull the phone out, and close down and lock into place. The Holystone HS175G controller takes up to 4 hours to fully charge to 100%, and with the PD20 it takes an hour and a half to charge a battery that will quickly flash telling you on quick charge, or will take a longer period of time. 2 batteries, one is on charge. We're going to place in the battery. We're going to turn our transmitter on first. We have power on and information provided with some beeping. The only light that is blinking is the one below the speed control. There is an audio beep giving us a warning. We're going to turn the drone on by a long press. And we have indication of flashing lights and the brushless motors going. Then we are given a second indication, and on the top center. We have a battery indicator on the lower left, in the center, 2 things blinking. We're going to the application HS-GPS V5. Opening up the application, allow the HS-GPS V5 to use your location. Notification, please read the information and agree upon. Prepare, calibrate the drone, tells you what to do and how to set your drone up. Please wait for the status bar changing from the optical mode to GPS mode before taking off. The GPS shows our location, and this is what the screen looks like. Enable and disable GPS. GPS is disabled, and the third light in the center stops blinking. If we press it again, we are looking for GPS, and GPS is flickering. That's what it's telling us. If we back out of the screen and go into our settings, and we look into Wi-Fi, we have the Holystone EIS-3B, and we click on it, and it opens up into our Wi-Fi network. We close the application down and reopen up the application. HS-GPS V5 would like to find and connect. Allow. We are now hooked up and ready to go. As you can see, as we lift the drone up and maneuver around, we are ready to go and fly. If we back out, we are on the main screen of the app. We have an instruction guide. It has a video and operation introduction. We have an app album for your photos that needs to be accessed. We have videos, TF photos, TF videos. We have videos in the camera to the phone or to the external SD card. We have drone information, longitude, latitude, height, distance, takeoff location, time, and other information. Simply tap the screen to back out. On the upper right, we have a settings, language. We can record information on and off, unit in meters and feet. And we have update firmware and a backup button. In order to operate the drone app, prepare, calibrate. You skip all the instructions and it brings you to the drone. On the top, it tells you a status bar in green. You have your takeoff, return to home, 4 dashes that you can walk, VR glasses, circle mode, and waypoints, and more. It shows a compass and other things. You have here is a circle with the camera. You have a zoom. As you adjust the camera angle, as you see, change from photo to video, and your library, your distance, your height, your DS, and your VS. In the gear area, it gives you the parameter, the tracking, and a message. For beginners, flight distance and altitude you can lock on. If you want to track, you have all flight records. Find your drone. If you lose it, you can set maximum mileage, maximum altitude, and maximum speed. And you have messages of the information of the application. We have a green light in front, a yellowish green light in the rear. To calibrate your drone, compass calibration, it is a long press on the bottom left button. As you see, the lights are flickering for a number of seconds. Compass calibration is lifting the drone, turning counterclockwise as level as possible until you see it flashes and blinks. You do this a number of times. Then take the drone, face the camera to the ceiling, and rotate the same way. When it finishes blinks, place the drone down, and you're ready for flying. To start the drone, it's in on the two joysticks, and again, to stop the drone, in on the two joysticks. Once you unlock the drone and the propeller spin, you can automatically take off, or you can manually take off with the up left stick. This is the controllers. Take off, manual up, altitude hold. The altitude hold is on the bottom of the drone over here. As the wind is circulating in the room, that is why the aircraft moves. Back, forward, left, right. Counterclockwise, clockwise. On the front of the drone is a camera. The camera goes up, forward facing you, and down. Backwards, forward, left, right. Clockwise, counterclockwise. In order to land the drone, simply hit the land button. The drone will shut down immediately once touched. When finished flying and you want to recharge the battery, allow it to rest for 5 minutes. Turn off the battery. The drone shuts off. Remove the battery and place into a 5-volt 2.0 amp charger or PD20 charger. Remember to turn off your controller as well last. And we are ready for an outdoor flight. We're going to go outside and briefly show you some flying time. The Holystone HS175G. Nice hard shell case with little storage inside and outside on each of the sides. It is a weather resistant case to protect your drone. And we're going to set up and go for a flight and demonstrate flying only. We have the controllers. To start the drone is simply going down and to the inside. And to go up, this is takeoff. As there is a gentle breeze, we could adjust the speed 2 and 1, high and low. We're on high, up and out. And that is a very fast drone. GPS, and we'll come back. You could do funnels with the drone. We're going to take off, high speed, and go fly. As the H175G is a controllable and fast drone, lightweight, with the 4K EIS camera and a GPS return to home. We're going to hit the return to home. It circles, goes up, it goes to the calculated area, rotating, and returning to home. Nice and slow. And there it is, coming down. It goes up to about 100 feet, and here it comes. That is return to home, GPS return to home, and shuts off. For the next flight, turn back on, go up, and go out. And land. Holystone H175G, a drone for all ages. 4K camera, 17 inches in diameter, with the rechargeable remote control. Flights you can go and do waypoint, circle, follow me, and more with a phone application. I hope you enjoy your Holystone H175G. Thank you for viewing. Holystone H175G really impressed me. Oh man, put a big smile on my face. I went out flying, super fast, lightweight, easy to handle. Do those spins, those funnels, oh man. If you are using the GPS return to home, don't get afraid, because that drone is going to go up a good 100+ feet, very high. And it's going to take its time to come back, circle, and then come down. Don't get afraid. Just make sure your GPS is hooked up correctly. Excellent drone. Everything you get, everything to get started, USB charging controller, man, don't have to worry about batteries anymore. Everything's here for you. Maybe a rubber band over the propellers. They go in there nicely in the case. That covers it, beautiful. Close up. Holystone, you really did yourself this time on this wonderful product. I love the case. Oh man, check them on out. If you never flew a drone, this may be the one to look at. Hope you enjoy your Holystone H175G.